morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. Welcome to episode 127 of the One Perspective to Another podcast. I am your humble, gracious host, A. Sanders, and I'm here with this episode, and it is titled Observations. It's been a while. Took some time away. This is literally what I just said. This episode is about observations. Insights about me, insights about things that I see, things that have been going on in the world. So just gonna dive right into it. Welcome back. Took a little break. Dive right into that and just talk about consistency. A little inside behind the scenes. When I do these podcasts, I make my notes throughout the week, choose different topics that I want to talk about. I have my little Spark notes in front of me, and I just freestyle on whatever I see or whatever I feel that is more important that plays into whatever it is. I do these episodes in one take. I do not go back and edit what is brought out. We do one take here, and whatever flows is just whatever flows, because that's how I thought podcasting was supposed to be. It's open forum, it's open thought. If you cuss, if you make mistakes, if you stutter, if you fuck up, then it is what it is, because I want to just be my authentic self. Yes, I have my notes. Yes, I can Google something or search something on the computer. Back in the day, I used to go to people's houses to record with them. Like, I have my laptop with me, have my notes, and just give a little brief, little powwow before we get started. But naturally, it's just a conversation. So that's how it always is. I think that's how it always is going to be. Like I said in my last episode, that I do intend to have people on. I do intend to expand. I do intend to be more than just my perspective, because it's important to see other people's perspectives. It's important to see other people's narratives. And in 2020, the observations that I've seen is that out of everything that's happened, storytelling is still the most powerful form of a medium that I know that I can create from me being my authentic self. Whether it's a quote, whether it's a meme, whether it's a piece, whether it's me writing about something or a topic, or me trying to write a calm app thing to put people to sleep, whatever it is, like, storytelling is still powerful, because a lot of shit happened in 2020 and a lot of shit is still going on to people in 2021. But the observations that I had, those are my observations towards me and what I've been doing, taking time to just be present, because I don't want to say a lot goes into doing a podcast, but sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. And I lost my consistency in that, in formulating my thoughts throughout the week, putting it down in my notes, picking what I want to choose, making my episodes, picking my sleeper, just having dialogue with people, having conversations with people, because a lot is going on. A lot has changed. A lot has been in the realm just of me. Like, I've been on a completely different sleeping pattern. I've been on a completely different work pattern. It's just an adjustment. And I think in that, me doing this podcast, like, it's really become a part of me, and I lost my consistency in it. So I just had to bring back the time and the space for me to be comfortable, to get my consistency back, to be able to be here every week, not just for people to listen and people to hear, but just for me to keep my own consistency. Because I've talked numerous podcasts about keeping consistency. I've seen a lot of people starting podcasts, and that brings a great amount of joy to me. It's not like I fucking produced them or anything, but it's good to see people putting their ideas out there being heard, because the forum of Town Business in the background, I don't know if you can hear that though, but it's just a great forum for me to see people and actually listen, because 90% of the time when I'm working on my own shit or creating, I'm listening to podcasts or I'm on YouTube. Podcast to me has been something that has been a godsend, especially like start of 2013, 14. Guess you could say that. Shout out to the Joe Budden podcast, probably one of the first podcasts I listened to. The list is probably Joe Budden, Gary V, and Lewis Howes, the School of Greatness. Those are like my 3 starting podcast episodes. But yeah, just more observations about me. I'm an only child. Well, I'm not an only child. I do have a half sister. People be like, you shouldn't say half sister. Say that you have a sister. But technically, she is my half sister. We don't really have that much of a relationship. Like, she's younger than me, but maybe I'll talk about that in another podcast. But yeah, only child syndrome. My entertainment growing up was looking at the world through my eyes. That was literally my perspective. And I wrote something earlier this week, or it might have been last week. The problem isn't choices or other people. The problem is our expectations of encountering situations and our behavior, even after a year, a day, a week, or a lifetime of habit, and then moving forward and expecting that person or that thing to change within a week, or ourselves to change within a week. This is my observation of 2021. I think it's the most encouraging thing that I've realized about not only my own expectations, but my expectations of the world that I see around them. Somebody told me, or in conversation, that I am such a Capricorn because there is me telling people my opinion and my guidance and my opinion about a certain situation, and that which would be the most beneficial and the most lucrative to them, or even myself in my own thought. And then seeing those people or that person still choose to do the complete opposite. And sometimes really my younger self, and just having conversations with people, being in relationships, telling people something that you know will benefit them, and they still choose to do the opposite. Like I said, it's really frustrating, really irritating, really just like, wow, really? But then in this 2021, the thing that I've come to peace with is understanding that as much as I see the world, it's still the world. It's outside of me. It's outside of my world. And at the end of the day, the only thing that I can control is me and my actions towards what the world brings toward me. I do not control the world. I do not play a part in the world, because whether I'm here or not, the world is still going to revolve around itself. It's still going to evolve around itself. It's still going to be spinning. It's still going to be evil. It's still going to be shit. It's still going to be isms. It's still going to be fucked up governments and overthrows of people and storming the Capitol. Like, all that shit is still going to happen, whether I have a say or not. But the thing that I guess gives me peace and gives me clarity is to know that I have a choice in how I choose to attack being comfortable in still providing the value. If it's the advice, if it's the quote, if it's the conversation, if it's just the other person being heard, the other person just being seen, that's enough. Like, I'm not trying to be more than what I need to be, because it's exhausting sometimes. Just have to understand and observe and know all the things that I've talked about in prior episodes of situational awareness and being in control and understanding your breathing and knowing that you're angry when you're breathing, or if you're sad when you're breathing, like how everything comes from breathing. Just remembering the basics. So this year, this time is a reset of mind, body, and soul. Because I remember this time in 2020, I was on that get fit shit, going on hikes and going to the park every other weekend, trying to run and shit. Like, it's just amazing how time has changed in this past year. From March till now, it's just been a blink, and people trying to return to normal and getting normal. But we're still in a fucking pandemic. We're still on lockdown, at least in California, at least. So it's like, what the fuck is going on? And everybody's trying to find their consistency and trying to find their peace. And the observation is, this is what I'm going to try to do moving forward. A lot of things that have been going on in the world, the government, Trump, the Capitol, money, sports. Like, I want to get all those things going on. Movies, Marvel Phase 4 is coming out. The next two things that I really want to talk about or in upcoming episodes, is I really want to talk about Marvel shit. I really want to talk about some movies that I've recently seen, especially American Skin. If you've seen American Skin, that is a great fucking movie. I want to do a podcast with somebody about that, just talking about watching that movie and how it made them feel. Maybe we can do that next week. We'll see. But this is more just of a check-in episode, observations, getting back on the grind. Because as much as I do this episode or these podcasts by myself, like, I do want to be asked questions or ask other people questions. Because I think I've exhausted everything that I know, at least at this pillar of time. Still gonna have like my perspective thought, like with what I said earlier, but at the end of the day, like, I want to expand, I want to grow, I want to make these podcasts better, I want to make things better, I want to make me better, because it needs to be a discussion about how people do things and how people feel about things. And I just don't always want to be the only voice. Yes, it is me. Yes, it is my perspective and one perspective to another and my thoughts and ideas. But I just want to sprinkle a little bit to some different areas as we move forward. So if you're listening and you want to chime in, you want to tune in, let me know. As always, tell two friends to tell two friends. Comment, like, share, subscribe. Check out the merch if you haven't got any. We got hoodies. We got t-shirts. The satchel sold out. So can't buy that anymore. If it is, it's probably like one or two left as they make it. But yeah, we in it to win it. Got to deal with all these taxes and stuff. Moving into this new year. Get things formulated. Got to get in this shift. And Happy New Year to everybody. If I didn't say it last episode, I look forward to being consistent and having these episodes out once a week again. I'm going to get to work on trying to get a guest for next week. And if not, I'll still be here doing my consistent shit. Whatever thought or observation that I have, it will be here. So on that note, I bid you adieu. Farewell. I hope you have a magical day, magical week, a magical month, a magical year. And keep in mind, no matter what is going on in your world, just take a moment to breathe. Take a moment to slow down long enough to hear your heartbeat. And just continue to breathe, and everything will be what it's supposed to be. Choice, not chance, determines your destiny, so choose right. And as always, in the background playing right now is a sleeper that I hope you enjoy. And we will catch you on the flip side. And I'm out.
Take up some space. You're too far away. Make no at your fingertips. Don't you let a minute slip. Just say you have me. Oh, taste and see. Hope you don't sleep on me. I got good and plenty.
I've been all the spaces in between. It's magic when I taste you in the beam. An average day is spent all in the sheets. Emphatic when I tell you what you mean to me. Chemistry, intimate memories. Every time I give you all my energy. Emphasis, never sleep.
Never sleep. Say